Daddy didn't say it, so it's not true. Okay, well, I guess we're going to move on from D. Hey, Dantrell, what's going on, brother? How are you?
Hey, man, I'm good.
I'm
You
glad
all
to
right?
hear it. Hey, guys, let's tap that screen. Let's get to 100K likes. We got $295 left in our daily goal. If you everybody in here, well, shit, not even everybody. There's almost 900 people in here. So just a third of you guys send $1 to either my Cash App or to any of the pay links in my bio. We will easily meet our goal. It allows me to continue to give you this education and do the other things that we do in the community. Also, really quick commercial break, super quick commercial break. If you have not yet gone to the TUFF store and gotten your Gotcha Bitch t-shirt, go now. Go to tuff.ltd. Thank you, Jose, for the $5 Cash App. I appreciate you. Go to the link in my bio, tuff.ltd. Use code Kamala10, Kamala10 for 10% off, and get your Gotcha Bitch t-shirt today. All right. That was my quick commercial break. Jeffrey, what's going on, friend? How are you? If you had some water, said something kind about yourself? Jeffrey. What's going on with these?
Jeffrey, you're on mute.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can, sir. How are you? If you had some water, said something kind about yourself today?
Well, I just want to say a few kind things. You know, I'm glad to see that at least somebody from the other side of the aisle has some intelligence. And, you know, you do spit facts, and I do appreciate that. I'm tired of watching some of these where it's just a whole lot of what I've heard and all that stuff. So I do appreciate that. I do want to say that. I appreciate that. And we do need to come together as, you know, as Americans, man. We just really need to come together. I am voting Trump. Just
What
so
does
you
that
know.
look like, Jeffrey, if you don't mind me asking? What does that look like for women? What does that look like for LGBTQIA plus people? What does that look like for, you know, DACA recipients or undocumented immigrants or immigrants in general? Like, what does that coming together look like?
Well, it's where we're at now in society.
Does Trump, and also when you answer that, I apologize. I didn't mean to cut you off because I'll let you go. But when Trump, you know, delivers his campaign speeches, can you tell me like what part of those speeches are like unifying? Go ahead.
The part of his speeches that are unifying, at least for me,
Thank you, David.
are when he speaks, I feel like, to everybody. He includes everybody. He mentions all races. He mentions LGBTQ. He mentions everybody. Maybe not the trans. I haven't quite heard him mention the trans, but he mentions most everybody. I haven't heard that from the left. They only mention DEI. They only mention women and black people. It's never white people. White people aren't included in any of the left speech. None of it.
Hey, Jeffrey, are white people being oppressed?
No. Hold on, no.
So
we
hold
are
on.
now. Yes, hold on. We are now with DEI. Absolutely.
How does DEI oppress you?
Oh, come on. You know how it does.
No idea.
Diversity, equity, inclusion.
I literally teach intersectionality for a living. So tell me how that oppresses you.
Okay. We are going to now hire people only based on X,
The Supreme Court has already ruled that that's unconstitutional, so that's not happening. So next.
It is happening though.
No, it's not.
There's facts out there. What do you mean? The Alaska Airlines just hired 42 new people.
Hold on. Do you think the DEI would need to exist? Hey, Jeffrey.
None of them were white.
Hey,
Not
Jeffrey.
One of them were white.
Jeffrey, would DEI need to exist if, yes, the people are in fact qualified, but would DEI need to exist if there wasn't like hundreds of years of oppression?
Would it need to exist? To a certain point, but not where you're excluding other people. That's where we fall into racism. That's where we. Listen,
black people, or any other ethnic group cannot be racist to white people. White people cannot experience racism. I need you to understand that. Cannot experience racism.
You're saying that.
No, that's a fact. I'm not
but
saying
we're
that.
telling you we are feeling that.
But
So
you're not. That's not what you're experiencing.
I'm telling you as an Italian white man, that is what I'm feeling now.
That's
though.
not
You
what
can't
you're
tell me what I
experiencing.
feel is wrong.
Yeah, that's not what
You
you're
can't tell me-
experiencing.
What are we experiencing?
What am I experiencing then?
Yeah, because that's not racism. That's not how
What am
racism
I
works.
experiencing? What am
What
I
is it?
experiencing?
Reverse discrimination?
No, it's not even that. I don't know. I honestly, I can't tell you. I would say that I would argue that it's probably like an amygdala response of some sort, like things that go to your core, against your core values, set off your like fight, flight, fear, or freeze or fawn responses. So your brain is telling your body that you're being attacked, that you're in pain, even if you're not actually. That's what technically, like if we were talking about a clinical diagnosis, the clinical diagnosis would quite literally be victim mentality.
Are you a doctor?
No, I'm a sociologist.
That's absolutely silly. And you're doing the same word jumble that.
No, that's not a word jumble. Like all of this, like quite literally, can be verified. I'm gonna break it down for you, right? I'm gonna make it this as simple as possible. Make this as simple as possible, right? Well, why was race created?
I can't hear you. Sorry.
Why was race created?
Our good Lord wanted it created. Are you not a believer in Jesus Christ?
Is that a joke?
No, it's not a
Where
joke.
in the
Are you a
Bible?
believer?
Where in the Bible does it say anything about race?
It doesn't say anything. Our races were created actually by the sun, our geographical locations. On
Who
the planet
created
where
the
we
concept
migrated
of race, Jeffrey?
to. Man did, of course.
Who? And why?
I would have to say it would probably go
Before
way
white
back to
slavery.
somewhere in the Egyptian, Roman,
was before
somewhere
white
in that
slavery.
neighborhood. Yeah, I do believe that
Remember
Jesus
white
Christ
slavery?
wasn't a
You
white
don't remember
man.
that?
I mean, I believe that 100%. Like he wasn't a blue-eyed white man. He came from the Middle East.
Swan
Of course, he
region.
was a brown. He was a man
Sure.
that was
So,
brown.
so here's the gist of it, right? Like quite literally, the concept of race was created so that there was a justification for the church specifically, so they could go to the church and say, "Hey, these African people aren't like us. They're not. They don't worship the person that we worship. They don't walk like us, talk like us, look like us, any of those things. And so they're less than human. And so we should be able to enslave them. And also, we should be able to go to the Americas, you know, westward expansion, manifest destiny, right? The papal bull is what it's called. We could go to the church and say, hey, listen, these indigenous people, they're living like savages. They're not like us. They don't look like us. They don't worship the people that we worship. They don't eat like us, so on and so forth. And then the church said, oh, okay. And so they created this concept of race, right? To literally justify the enslaving of black people and the erasure of indigenous people nearly globally. That's why it was created. So it was created to put Anglo-Saxon. Hold on, Jeffrey. I'm gonna let you go.
I am.
Yeah.
No, I am.
Yeah. It was created to put Anglo-Saxon white people specifically at the top of the social hierarchy. Because at the time, Italian people, Irish people, not white. You know what I'm saying? Like it was Anglo-Saxon specifically people at the top of a social hierarchy and everybody else beneath it. Now, racism, right, are the systems, ideologies, structures, whether it be our judicial system, our educational system, our healthcare system. It's all of the ideologies and the social structures and the systems in which uphold this idea that Anglo-Saxon white people sit at the top of a social hierarchy. So by no stretch of the imagination can any of these marginalized communities beneath this, right, be racist towards the people sitting at the top.
I'm not sitting at the top. What do you mean?
Are you a cisgender heterosexual white man?
I don't know what the cis thing means, but
Do you identify with the same gender as the sex you were assigned at birth?
I am a straight Italian man. Yes.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
a human
white.
being. I'm a human being.
Sure. Still, you're a white man according to American standards. Yes.
As far as the church and listen to your standards, though.
Andrea, thank you so much for the $10 Cash App.
As far as the church and race goes, was that before or after Africans were selling their own people to other
So
people.
that's a perversion of history. I'm gonna be honest with you. And
Oh, now it's perverted because you don't want to believe that.
no, it doesn't have
because
anything to do with
it
that.
works towards your advantage.
I'll spend all the time educating you that you like.
The Dutch showed up and said, "Wow, we could use some of this as well." And mind you,
Yeah,
Italians,
the Dutch were way down the road, buddy.
Italians
Like
and
you're
Irish
you're
were
literally
among
like
the
200
top
years. You're 200 years after it
enslavers.
started. Like you're already.
Italians-
Hey Jeffrey,
Italians
Jeffrey,
and Irish.
you're already 200 years down the road, friend.
Italians and Irish.
Jeffrey, you said the Dutch. You're already 200 years down the
I
road.
know, I'm moving on, because you thought you already proved your point. I'm moving on. The Italians and Irish.
Jeffrey, that's not how this works. You
more
can't just come onto my
enslaved.
platform, Jeffrey. Hold on, Jeffrey. You can't come onto my platform and then say things, right? And they not be based in historical accuracy, and then feel like you're going to be allowed to continue down that path. Because that's not true. The Portuguese quite literally went into the western coast of Africa first, and they were stealing people from the western coast of Africa. The Congolese, the Senegalese, and multiple other tribes were quite literally whooping the Portuguese ass. The Senegalese specifically, because they had poison-tipped darts, poison-tipped spears, they had very agile water vessels, and so the Portuguese were like, fuck, we can't beat these people because they're taking too many lives, and it's not like the cost-benefit analysis the math ain't mathing. So they went to Spain and said, hey, Spain, listen, you have larger army, you have better armor, you have more access to resources, financial resources. And so what we need you to do is we need you to go back, right, and help us capture more of these enslaved people. And so the Spanish came back with pew-pews and Jesus. And they made an agreement with these African tribes. Hey, if you adopt our Christian God, right, then we can enslave you. But that doesn't mean that we're still not going to enslave people. We need people. So either you bring us people or we'll take your people. I didn't bring this up, Cosmo. Jeffrey did. So that's how this actually happened according to accurate history. And so these tribes risked annihilation. And so they accepted the God. And they did what was asked of them so they didn't have to give up their own children and wives and so on and so forth. And so you're blaming the victims here for being victimized. And then the Spanish, oh yeah, that's what I thought. And then the Spanish not only did that, right? They said, hey, we're not going to do this anymore because too many of the tribes were complaining and resisting. And so they sold the contracts to the Dutch, to the French, to the English, so on and so forth. Anyways, go ahead, Dan Trail.
Hey, I find them so funny when they bring up that African soul. And you know what? Even though it's not true, I like to give it to them. And then I say this. Okay, so imagine I'm a guy that went to a pew pew store and bought a pew pew.
Right.
And I take that pew pew and I go rob everything that I see. And I unalive people and everything else like that. And then I get caught and I'm standing in front of the judge. And the judge says, you do these things. And I say, yes, but someone sold me the pew pew.
Right. Yeah. Right. That's like blaming that's like quite literally children are being trafficked. You know what I'm saying? And when you get caught, like somebody gets caught buying a trafficked child, they're like, yo, but somebody sold it to me. Somebody sold it to me. How are you blaming me? Somebody sold it to me. Like, that's fucking nuts. But Bassman, what's going on, friend? How are you? Have you had some water and said something kind about yourself?
Yeah, I'm a black man, 47, living in Pennsylvania.
Thank you. Andrea, I don't know if I said thank you, but thank you so much. And I think somebody else sent me Venmo. Tristan, thank you so much. Tristan, thank you so much. Go ahead, friend. I'm listening. What's going on?
Yeah, so as far as what's going on, as far as you know, politicians and everything, I don't trust either candidate. If I were to pick one, I would probably pick the lesser of both evils, which is probably Trump. But I couldn't vote Democrat.
How do you justify that when you say the lesser of two evils? How are we making that justification?
I like what was going on when he was in office. I did like what was going
You mean
on
the
as
first 2
opposed
years?
to. I mean, I'm talking about Trump when he
Yeah, the
was in
first 2
office.
years of his presidency is what you're talking about.
I like what was going on when he was in office. I did like what was going on
Like
as
what?
far as how,
Specifically
you
what?
know, well,
Guys, let's get to
I don't like
150K likes. Tap, 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 tap that screen.
I don't like these migrants coming in here, and I don't like.
Aren't you an
Democrats
immigrant?
giving. No.
You were born in the United States.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Whereabouts?
So New York.
Okay. I feel like I'm being
Yeah.
lied to, but that's okay.
No. I live in Pennsylvania right now, but I was born in New York.
Okay.
Yeah, but the thing is, I don't like this migrant situation. I don't like them giving our tax dollars to the Ukraine. I don't like none of that nonsense. So voting Democrat, that's just nah. I can't
Trump
do
gave
that.
money to Ukraine.
Nah, I don't know about all of that.
What do you want me to show it to you?
Yeah, it's $250 million he gave in September. I want to
Do
say.
you think? Do you think that those politicians have power? Think about that.
No, hold
Who?
on.
So if they don't have any power, why would you even vote for Trump? If they have no power, why vote at all then?
Jones,
Because
don't
yeah,
ever
but
switch off of
Biden
that.
doesn't have any power. But it looks like Trump.
So
is
then what's the
kinda like
purpose?
doing his
So
own
then
thing.
that just negates everything you just said 2 seconds ago.
I know, but the thing is, Trump kind of like is doing his own thing, though.
What does that even mean, bro?
It doesn't seem like he's as controlled as the Democrats are.
Based on what?
Like Kamala, based on their policies and what they're doing.
What, you mean passing more legislation that helps more American citizens than literally any other president in modern history? Is that what you mean?
You mean so you trying to tell me as a black person it's actually a good thing to vote Democrat? I mean, the only
Go
thing
ahead,
they
Dantrell. Go ahead,
do-
Dantrell. I'm gonna check. my daughter's
the
knocking
only
on the
thing
door.
they do is
Yeah, go ahead. Go
destroy
ahead.
our
Go ahead. I'll be
communities.
right back, y'all. Give me 1 second.
Hold
Give me
on,
1
boss
second,
man.
guys. I'll be right back.
Okay, boss man, hold on for a second before you can switch. It's September 12, 2019. Trump administration released $250 billion of military aid to the Ukraine. Bingo. There it is. Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
Did you hear what I said?
I did.
Okay, so my question becomes, aren't you mad at Trump for sending that money to the Ukraine?
How about those migrants?
Oh, good. I'm glad you asked me that. I'm
So you're
glad
trying
you
to tell
asked me
me-
that. Hold
so-
on,
so
boss
you-
man.
so
You
you're telling
asked
me
me a
Trump's-
question. How you gonna ask me a question and not let me answer it, sir? Can I please answer your question? Can I pretty please answer your question? Are you gonna allow me to answer your question? Okay. Now, let me give you a little history lesson. 1839, 1838, 1837, late 1830s, Santa Anna goes to the colonists of North America and say, I will give you land grants as long as you don't enslave Africans on my land. We don't allow Africans in my land. So come on to Tejas, but do not bring African slaves into my land. We don't believe in slavery here. Okay, so the colonists get here, free land and everything, look around and say, oh shit, no, hell no, it's cotton here. Please be quiet please mute while I'm talking. Please, somebody mute him, mute him. He's doing it to interrupt me. Okay, now.
Did shit get weird while I left?
Yeah, hello. It got weird, but let me finish. I was in the middle.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Okay, so the colonists get here in Texas. They look around and say it's too much cotton and stuff here. We're gonna rebel, revolt, and fight so we can expand slavery into Texas. Santa Anna fought tooth and nail trying to save African slaves. As a matter of fact, every time he entered a plantation, he gave the black people quarter. He said, "Come on out. You are now free." And before he fought them, these people lost their entire land fighting against slavery, fighting for our ancestors. So my grandmother and my ancestors say they beckon me to give them their land back and let them come here. I stand with them coming here. I want them here because they lost this land in the first place trying to free my people. So when you say, how about these immigrants? I say, no. Yeah, how about the immigrants, the colonists that are here? They are not the immigrants. They're just coming home, homeboy.
So you're talking about slavery right now in 2024, right?
Okay, do me a favor. Name me 3 things I said.
No, I mean, listen. One thing I do notice,
No, hold
you guys
on.
love to
Don't
talk
say
about.
anything else before you name me 3 things I said, because if you weren't listening to me, I'm not going to listen to you. Name me 3
No,
things.
no, let me finish.
No,
but
I'm not
Hey,
gonna
no,
listen to you.
Bass man,
Listen to me.
Bass
talking about
man.
slavery and all these things. I'm just talking about.
No,
I
okay,
was
so you
talking
didn't
about
listen.
the presidential
No,
election. I'm talking about
I'm not listening.
2024.
Yeah.
You want to talk about slavery? I mean, let's talk about today.
How did we get into the slavery conversation?
You talked about
That's what I'm trying to ask. That's why I'm trying to wonder why we talking about slavery, because I'm trying to deal with today.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. You were talking about these migrants coming across the country. Like, quite literally, to listen to a black man, right? Because you did say you were black when we started this conversation. To listen to a black man quite literally standing on the necks and the heads of other marginalized groups is kind of weird, bro. Like, that's kind of gross. I'm not gonna lie to you. Not only that, hold on. Not only that, right? When we're talking about arbitrary lines drawn on a map between people and their indigenous lands, and then once you draw these arbitrary lines, you're like, yo, you can't come back here.
So you telling me that migrants coming here illegally is a good thing?
They're not coming here illegally.
They were coming here illegally, sir.
No, they're not. Do you not know our asylum laws?
So you think migrants coming here?
You don't know our asylum laws?
Is a good thing?
Yeah, absolutely. It's great for our economy.
It's great for the Democrats.
No, it's great for the economy. How is it great for Democrats? I'm not a Democrat, so I don't give a fuck. But why is it great for Democrats?
Well, they can finally have people to vote for them.
Immigrants are not allowed to vote.
Yes, they can. Under the Democrats, they can vote.
Bro, shut up. Show me a law. Show me a state. Show me a state where undocumented immigrants are allowed to vote.
Why do you think they're bringing them here?
Show me a state where undocumented immigrants are allowed to vote. You have to be a citizen to vote. So show me a state where you could vote and not be a citizen.
Then why bring them here then?
It's good for the economy. That's number one. Number two, they're not bringing them here. They're not bringing them here. They didn't send no buses down there to pick them up and bring them here. They're not bringing them here. They're allowing them. They're allowing them, right, to be. Are you a Christian? You're probably not a Christian. There ain't no way you're a Christian.
I am. I'm not a Christian, but I believe in the Most High and I believe in the Bible. I don't believe in.
You believe in the Bible? Do you believe in the Bible?
I do.
What does the Bible say, bro?
All right, then you tell me what scriptures am I speaking against right now?
Shit. The vast majority of things, anything that Jesus ever said, but where do you want to start?
You tell me, since you're an expert.
You shall treat the sojourner among you as you treat the citizen. For you once a sojourner in the land of Egypt.
I don't know what that has to do with what we're talking about.
Is that a joke?
No, I'm not joking with you. I don't believe.
You shall treat the sojourner among you as you treat the citizen, for you were once a sojourner in the land of Egypt.
Sir, I don't believe
in the Bible.
Undocumented immigrants coming here is a good thing for our country. I don't.
Based on what?
If an immigrant was to come here, he has to come here legally, not illegally.
They are coming here legally. Our asylum process is legal. Please tap the screen, guys. We should be at almost 200K already. Please
And
actively
that's one of the
participate.
reasons.
So you don't believe in the Bible, and you don't believe in the Most High God.
I do believe in the Bible. I do believe in
So
the
then,
Most High,
but you don't want to follow. But you don't want to follow the scripture, though.
illegal immigrants coming in.
So you don't want to follow the scripture, though.
Illegal immigrants.
So you don't want to follow the scripture, though.
I do want to follow the scripture, but
Okay. So what does the scripture say?
There are rules in place.
What does the scripture say? What does the scripture say? Hold on. Are man's rules? Which ones are more important? Man's rules or God's rules?
God's rules.
Okay, got you. So what does the scripture say?
You tell me.
I've already given you one. How many more do you want to give me?
That's not gonna.
You shall love the stranger, for you were strangers in the land of Egypt. The sojourner who resides among you, with you, shall be to you as a citizen among you. You shall love them as yourself, for you were a sojourner in the land of Egypt. I am the Lord God.
Yeah, but
Cursed is anyone who withholds justice from the sojourner, the fatherless, or the widow. Then all people shall say amen. Deuteronomy. How many more you want me to? Listen, bro, I got these for days.
I can't.
The Lord watches over the sojourner. He upholds the orphan and the widow, but the way of the wicked he brings to ruin. Who do you think the wicked are? Because he talks about who the wicked are in Matthew 25, verses 31 through 46.
Sir, these immigrants are committing crimes.
But bullshit. They're bullshit. Bullshit. They're the least likely demographic of people in the United States to commit crime. They're the least likely demographic.
Flat out lie.
So hold on. You're telling me that people. Hold on. So what you're telling me is, right? And let me see if we can logic this. You're telling me that people are literally trekking hundreds, if not maybe thousands of miles across some of the most treacherous lands on this planet, going through water, going through deserts, facing like quite literally all types of environmental dangers, whether it be animals or insects, just to come into the United States and commit a crime so they can get sent back? That's the dumbest shit I ever heard, bro.
I'm not saying all of them are doing that, but you have a good.
No, you don't have a good number. You know, you don't have a good number of them.
There is a good number of the population of the immigrants that are committing crimes.
Wrong. Show me the source.
I'm watching the news every day. What are you talking about?
Show me the source. I want data. I don't want your anecdotal. I'm watching the news every day. Maybe the news you're watching is fear mongering you because they know that you're easily manipulated.
No, sir. I'm not easily manipulated. You guys are easily manipulated.
I'm not manipulated by shit. Ain't nobody fear mongering me. Listen, Bassman, what state do you live in? Pennsylvania? Yes?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So what states border you? New Jersey?
Yeah, New Jersey.
New York?
Delaware.
And New York?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Do you know everybody in New Jersey?
No.
Do you know everybody in New York?
Nope.
Are there grapists, unalivers, and drug dealers in New York and New Jersey?
Yep.
What happens if they come into your state? Should you build a wall around Pennsylvania? 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 All right, bro. All right, you don't want to answer any questions. Okay. I'm going to go to the next person. Hey, Dantrell, can you introduce the next person, please?
Yeah, I will. Let me give you a stat right quick, and I will go to United. According to the U.S. Department of Justice.org, citizens are 4 times more likely to commit a crime or to be arrested for a crime than undocumented immigrants. 4 times. So why are you focused on the immigrants and not the citizens who are 4 times more likely to commit the crime? And don't argue with .gov now. Don't argue with the Justice Department. As a matter of fact, we're going to go to user. User, how you doing? User 74, unmute. Welcome to the live. User, going once. Unmute. User, going twice. Unmute. Okay, going to symbolism guy. Symbolism guy. Yeah, I don't even know how to say your name. Symbolism guy. unmute and speak. Welcome to the live. I don't even know who this guy is. He got a symbol as his name. What is this, Prince?
What's that?
How do you say this name?
Who's this?
This guy with the symbol for a name.
I don't know. I have no idea, but I'll send them an invite.
Mm-hmm. Because no one else wants to speak. They're just sitting there.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, we can move them off if they don't want to talk.
Hey, Don Terrell, how are you?
Hi, how's it going?
All right,
Oh, sorry. I can let her go.
No,
I'm
you're
gonna be
good.
quiet. Go ahead, take over, John. I'm quiet.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. What's going on? Have y'all had some water? Said something kind about yourself?
Yeah.
Glad to hear it. What's going on? What do you want to talk about?
I just would like to hear your reasoning as to why you are trying to convince people not to vote for Donald Trump.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I typically don't support grapists, so I mean, I don't really need any reasons outside of that. Like, if you grape people, you probably shouldn't be president.
Do you have any other reasonings?
Does there need to be another reason?
That's just not proven.
No, it absolutely is. As a matter of fact, 9 people on a jury said, hey, there's a lot of evidence here, because bro said in his deposition that he grabs women by the vagina and kisses them in the mouth without their consent because he's a star.
Yeah, it's just not true.
But it is.
But it's not. I also wanted to say, I thought it was funny how you were trying to tell white people what they're.
You can shut the fuck up. You can shut the fuck up. Anywho, what's going on, CS?
Hey, sorry about that.
Oh, you're fine. Go ahead. What's
Yeah,
up?
I'll just, one thing great about our country is that we do allow, I think, over 1.5 million people to come into our country legally every single year, right? Which is awesome. We take care of people, but then we got a influx of individuals. I heard 15,000 per day. Is that accurate? Have you heard that too?
No, 15,000.
Okay.
That's crazy, bro. No,
That's why.
Right. Yeah, right
I heard
now.
that too, and I'm like,
Yeah,
wow.
right now we're at 1,800 encounters a day, which is lower than at any point in Donald Trump's presidency. As a matter of fact, we even deported more people from the country than Donald Trump did. And I don't know if you remember this or not, but under Obama's presidency, they literally called him the deporter in chief. He deported more people than any president in U.S. history. And in addition to that, he did it without having to separate any families. Yeah, like I don't care how many people we encounter at the border. Like, so what? You know what I'm saying? Like, and those encounters typically are counted multiple times because every encounter has to be documented. So they could talk to a Border Patrol agent and a Department of Homeland Security agent, and both of those encounters would be counted, right? But yeah, we don't have but 1,800 encounters a day now.
Nice. Okay.
And during Trump's presidency, we averaged before COVID, we averaged a little over 2,000 encounters a day.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're not coming in here illegally. We have asylum laws. Those asylum laws have been in place for some time. It is a legal process. All they have to do is get here and step foot on American soil, and they have the right to apply for asylum. And they have a year to do so.
Yeah. No, and I agree with that. I think we
and not only that,
take care of
do you know how
people.
much money, and I'm not saying that I support this, but it's a fact. You know how much money that undocumented immigrants influx into our society? Like how many industries rely on them? Our agricultural industry, our infrastructure,
hospitality,
yeah, rely on them. Fucking Trump got sued I don't know how many times by the attorney generals for his hiring of undocumented immigrants.
Oh yeah,
At Mar-a-Lago.
It's scary. It's like
And they get no benefits. You have to have legal status.
Hotels, there's one person working.
Yeah, you have to have legal status in the United States for a period of 5 years. So that means you have to have a visa, a green card, or something of that nature for a period of 5 years before you can receive any social benefits in the United States. So they are paying into the tax system in most cases, whether it be sales tax or property tax or whatever. And sometimes income tax if they have an EIN or an ID simply for work, right? And they get nothing back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's I mean, my biggest concern is just the amount of homeless people I see in the U.S. now.
Yeah, 685,000 unhoused people. Yeah.
Yeah, how do we take care of those folks? And that's what really concerns me. It's like I get people's arguments like, asylum seekers come in, they get housing, and
no, they don't. They get temporary vouchers to stay in hotels, but many of our unhoused people can also get these temporary vouchers to stay in hotels. Here's the difference, though, right? Like we literally have 1.75 million single family homes, right? Not townhouses, not apartments, not old hotels that have been decommissioned or anything like that. I'm talking about single family homes that are quite literally government backed loans that have gone into foreclosure that are just sitting. 1.75 million. We only have 685,000 unhoused people. So why aren't we putting these people in houses?
Yeah.
Donald Trump said his solution to the unhoused population was much like DeSantis just passed July 1st, is urban camping will be criminalized. And if you are found sleeping in public, you will be arrested and taken to, he said, tent cities. DeSantis said facilities that are monitored by law enforcement. That's a fucking jail, bro.
Yeah, that's scary.
Yeah.
I think
so we're going to criminalize part of Agenda 47. Yeah, part of Agenda 47 is literally to take unhoused people off the street, put them in tent cities, in obscure locations away from actual cities that are monitored by police officers. That's called an internment camp, bro.
Yeah, that's scary. Hopefully it doesn't come to that, but I don't know.
That's his agenda.
Weeks, yeah, I mean, in the last 2 weeks, I mean, I just feel like, oh my God. I mean, Trump is lucky to be alive, so technically,
no,
there should be someone new on the ballot, and then Biden's out. I'm like, oh my God, we could have a completely two different people going for the office. I just like, it's interesting. I don't know, and I feel like, do you think Harris is going to be the one, or is Mrs. Obama going to step in?
If we care about the future, if we care about the future of this representative republic, this representative democracy that we live in, then you better hope that Kamala Harris is the next president. I don't know how much of Project 2025 you've read. I don't know how much of Agenda 47 you've watched, but getting rid of the Department of Education when we're already one of the worst industrialized nations in terms of education is probably the absolute most insane proposition that I've ever heard.
Yeah, I hope not. I got family that teaches, and it's not perfect, but it needs to be fixed. But it's above my pay grade. I'm not sure the right answer for that, but I don't think private schools are right, because then you're pretty much segregating again. You got the rich over here, and
absolutely, and that's exactly what voucher programs would do. Hey guys, we have nearly 800 people in here. Only $262 left in our goal for the day. If you could, a third of you send $1 to my Cash App or to any of the pay links in my bio, we could easily meet our goal. Education of this nature comes at a cost. But right. Yeah, no, I mean, so what do you intend on doing this November?
I don't know. I'm torn right now. It's just
what has you torn? Do you have are you married?
Yeah, I got 3 kids, and
any of them daughters?
Yep, one. Yep.
Gotcha. Let me ask you a question. If your daughter came home from college and she was like, "Yo, the captain of the football team grabbed me by the vagina and kissed me in the mouth without my consent," what would you say?
Oh yeah, I would destroy him.
Why?
Because that's my baby girl.
Okay, what if he was running for like student body president? Would you advocate that she endorse him or vote for him?
No, I would, obviously,
Why not?
She's an adult, and
would you believe her when she told you that this happened?
If it was my daughter and she told me like the next day that it happened, but when
you mean the same way that E. Jean Carroll told her friends the next day and told her therapist like within the same couple of weeks, and continued to tell this story for over 30 some odd years? You mean that way?
I don't know. Her story makes me icky just because she was on the news the next day.
Because you don't know her?
It. No, I mean, she was on TV.
Because she's not related to you?
Yeah, I don't know her, trust her.
She wasn't on TV joking. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like you guys don't actually watch any of these things or read any of things themselves. She said that people think that grape is sexy, and it's not. And y'all said, she said that grape is sexy. And that's not what the fuck she said at all.
And that's why I don't like to read the media, because I feel like they twist words, they throw stuff in your face. And
Leggett, thank you so much for the $10 Cash App. Venmo, I'm sorry.
This where we got real folks talking about life and about what they're hearing versus turning on whatever people watch, Fox News, ABC, whatever.
Denise, thank you so much.
So,
Crystal, thank you so much.
Yeah, I mean, Trump, definitely a jerk,
He's more than a jerk. He's an adjudicated sexual offender.
Yeah.
He's a 34 count felon, and a career criminal. I mean, even before he ever ran for office, he was party to over 4,000 lawsuits.
Yeah.
4,000 lawsuits. He was impeached twice. He defrauded college students with Trump University. He defrauded a charity, took the money and enriched himself with it. He defrauded, the banks by overvaluing his properties, and then defrauded the tax collectors and essentially the IRS when devaluing those properties that he overvalued when getting loans. Like, bro is just a criminal.
Yeah.
Oh yes, and he was party to a lawsuit, Katie Johnson, with Jeffrey Epstein for graping a 13-year-old girl.
And that's why I was torn. I mean, our two best options.
How does that have you torn?
Biden. No, I mean, our two best options were Trump and Biden. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And now we got someone, I think, younger and, fresh ideas. And, I need to research a little bit. And that's kind of where I stand. I want to make sure I'm making the right, put my vote to the right place. And, Kennedy, I don't know. I've been reading something on him. Yeah.
His own family doesn't endorse him.
Yeah. So exactly.
He wrote a book. He literally wrote a book blaming a black man for unaliving somebody that his brother unalived. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah. See, there's so much, and it's like, it's going to be definitely an interesting election. I just hope people can have conversations and not get, hurt each other.
Thank you, Amanda. I appreciate you.
Yeah. But cool. Well, yeah, good live. It's, you guys having good conversations and
try to.
Yeah. Just kind of sharing my ideas. Thanks for letting me come up.
Absolutely. Welcome back anytime.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know. I don't even know what your username says.
Something.
Oh, that's weird. Okay.
So what was that about Eugene Carroll? I mean, have we ever actually been down the rabbit hole of that case?
Yep.
Like who the judge was
sure have.
by? Oh, look at that. Did Trump forcibly touch Miss Carroll? No answer. Gee, I wonder why they left that.
No, that's not what it says.
No, it really does. I'm looking right at it. There's no answer. Incomplete verdict.
Read the one below it and read the one above it.
Miss Carroll was injured as a result. Oh yeah, psychological.
No. Mr. Trump sexually abused Miss Carroll. Yes.
Oh. So sexual abuse consists of forcible touching without, consent, right? Why is that blank?
I don't understand what your point is. So you're saying you're arguing that he didn't sexually assault her?
No, he didn't.
Huh?
He didn't.
Based on what?
The fact
it says if you answer yes, if you answer yes, it's crazy how y'all motherfuckers can't read. If you answered yes, skip to question 4. If you answered yes, skip to question 4. That's why question 3 is not answered. If you answered yes, skip to question 4.
All right, Einstein, let me ask you this.
If you answered yes, skip to question 4.
I've seen that.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Was Miss Carroll injured as a result? Yes. He sexually assaulted her. And then let's see what the judge had to say. Let's see what the judge had to say.
Let's see what the judge has to say.
Yeah, let's see what the judge had to say.
The judge that was appointed by the husband of the woman whose ass he whooped in 2016.
That's horseshit. That's horseshit.
No, it's not. His last name's Kaplan.
Yeah, it doesn't mean shit. Y'all just motherfucking make up anything.
Stupid. That's why
making
you
up anything.
I laugh at it.
Yeah, I know. Y'all just like to be grape apologists.
I ain't apologizing for shit. He didn't do it.
Yeah, he did.
No, he didn't.
Yeah,
okay, answer me this. If he did do it, why didn't she get defamation of character for writing the book well before that and not having it substantiated by law? You're fucking stupid.
Writing what book well before that?
The book is what it's based off of. She wrote a book alleging he touched her with no legal documentation.
What does that have to do with anything?
That's libelous and defamation of character.
Why didn't he sue her then?
On a corporate level, because he doesn't need to. He's got billions. She's fucking broke.
No, she's not. She was already rich. What are you talking about?
That's why he freaking bodied her on social media.
That's what you think is a good thing? Listen, guys, I just want y'all to see that these are the people. These are the people. Red flags, yo. Like, don't allow these people to be around your children. They shouldn't be having children. They shouldn't be around women of any kind at any time. And like, look, all you gotta do is look at his username. Like, y'all are just the most disgusting human beings on the face of this earth. Like, nobody can hear you while I'm talking, bro. Like, literally, nobody can hear you while I'm talking at all. So, I mean, I got a great mic, like a great mic. Nobody can hear you whatsoever. Like, you're just screaming into the wind, punching drywall. Right, but y'all are just nasty. I guarantee you, bro, got some victims in, you know what I'm saying, in his background for sure got some victims. Oh yeah, definitely, he definitely got some victims. All right, guys, let's tap that screen. Since we're taking a little break, go to the link in the bio and get your Gotcha Bitch t-shirt today. If you use code Kamala10, all caps, you can save 10% off. On the back, it says "We are not going back," and it has Kamala's signature on it. Gotcha Bitch. Get your shirts today. Kamala 10, all caps. Links in the bio, tuff.ltd. These joints, hey, Dan Trail.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I saw the t-shirt. I saw the t-shirt. I saw the t-shirts.
You did?
I love them. I love them. Matter of fact, I'm gonna send you extra money to get me a 4X.
I got 4Xs. I got 4Xs.
All right. Because I need it. I need that. I gotta have that. I want to piss some people off in Houston.
Somebody said I'm a cult member. I'm literally not. I'm not affiliated to a party at all. Like, I've never once supported Joseph Robinette Biden. Like, literally nobody's heard me advocate for him ever. So I don't know what the fuck cult I'm supposed to be in. The cult of myself? The cult of Jones? I mean, it's dope around here, I guess.
Imagine saying for months that Joe Biden was not competent enough to run, and then when he dropped, getting mad. And I need you to recognize, do you know that Fox News called her the hot tour?
Yep, I have that video. Yep, sure did. Because, I mean, they're just disgusting human beings, bro. What can I do about that?
Disgusting. A vice president of the United States, and you're talking about fellatio.
Mm-hmm. Sure are. What's up, Fantastic? Let's see if this guy loads up. Yeah, I don't know what cult I'm supposed to be in. I guess I'm in my own cult. Hey Jimmy, so is your mom, bro. Like, how you think you got here, dummy? You think your mom didn't give that Gawk 3000, bro? Like, people have sex, so the fuck what? Like, y'all are weird. Like, I swear to God, all y'all ever talk about is people's genitalia and their fucking sexual life. That's literally all y'all talk about. You can tell the motherfuckers who ain't getting no ass, bro. Like, you can always tell, because that's all the fuck they talk about. Literally, no buns. Like, you ain't never got no buns, bro, because that's all you have to talk about. It was always the motherfuckers on the basketball team or on my football team that was always talking about some sex, and we was like, yeah, that motherfucker a virgin. Ain't no way. Ain't no way he talking about that shit all the time. Like, he don't got nothing else to speak on ever. I'm going to let some individual friendlies up at a time. Hey, guys, keep tapping that screen. We should be at over 300,000 likes. Like, guys, please participate in the live. Show your boy some love. Tapping is clapping. Sharing is caring. Let's go. Mama Bird, what's up?
Away, don't hey, Mr. Jones and Jack. So I was just in Michael Cohen's live in the panel.
Dope.
And I asked him, I said, what do you think about, and I asked for Native and for indigenous people, what would happen if Cheeto got in? And he said, we had every right in the world to be scared.
Right.
We have every right in the world. And it is scary. It's because we already know what his plan is for our relatives to the south that are here. And we already know what he's wanting to do with those that are houseless. Truthfully, this whole thing, did you ever watch Man in the High Castle on Prime?
No, I don't watch a lot of TV. I don't really watch TV
this
at all.
one, I suggest the first 2 seasons because it talks about what would have happened if we would have lost World War II. The first 2 seasons with what we're doing right now absolutely reminds me of a combination of that and Handmaid's Tale.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't watch neither one. I didn't watch neither one of them. Like, I legitimately just don't watch. I really don't watch TV. I'm not, like, I watched The Boys. What else did I watch recently? Lincoln Lawyer, I think. But I'm not, like, I don't watch the news. I'm just not interested. I'm not interested in television.
This whole thing absolutely reminds me of that. And but here's my thing, and this is what I'm hearing from everybody. Because of the fact that both Beyonce and Taylor Swift have gone together, they're holding this concert to promote Kamala. Mm-hmm. It's in the bag because of the fact of the demographics.
Yeah, I read.
In young women that they hold. Something else that was brought to my attention, and I want your thoughts on this, please. You know, they said back in 2016, Hillary had the popular vote, but look at what happened.
Yeah, electoral college. Hey, Jack, I muted you because you had a little bit of background noise, bro. It's fucking, like, I have the headphones on, so I can, like, hear it right in my ear. And I'm trying to hear Mama Bird speak.
So what are your thoughts on that? Because we know Kamala she's got the popular vote.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's gonna be hard it's gonna be hard road to 270. You know what I'm saying? In some of these swing states, like Michigan, Florida, Florida might actually go blue. To be honest with you, Pennsylvania. I mean, it's gonna be tough. I mean, time will only tell. Listen, to be honest with you, the vast majority of the American people, because he hasn't won a popular vote yet, the vast majority of the American people don't want this guy as president. They just don't. And so we'll just have to see how the cards play out. That's all. That's all we can do.
Absolutely. Hey, I appreciate you allowing me up. And I know you saw my message. I also added to that, if you could get with me tomorrow about that.
Yeah, I was about to say I have to do it tomorrow. I was already working on a whole bunch of other things when I scrolled through it.
I've talked to Dan Trell about that also.
Gotcha.
So, absolutely. Please get with me.
Okay.
You all be safe. And Mr. Jones.
What up?
Did you say something kind about yourself today and have some water?
Absolutely.
All right,
Every day.
right on. And that's all that matters. All right, I'm gonna get down in here.
All right.
Talk to you later.
Have a good one. Yeah.
Bye, Giselle. Love you. Mwah.
All right. Hey, Jack, what's going on, man? If you had some water, say something kind about yourself. Hey, guys, let's get to 300K likes before 11 o'clock, or I'm just going to go ahead and shut it down and go to bed. Let's hit this goal, too.
You said Trump's not. You said that Trump isn't never won the popular vote, and that people aren't that interested in him.
No, he's never won the popular vote. Not even close. Even though he lost both times by millions.
Well, answer me this question. Why do Las Vegas odds makers have him as like a 60-70% chance of winning the election?
Because of our electoral college.
Well, that's a pretty high percentage.
Because of our electoral college.
But on a less hostile note.
Yeah, I'm about to say he's never won the popular vote. Like, that's the truth. Is it not?
Yeah, but it's this time around. It's probably different.
Yeah, well, you know why it's probably different. Let me tell you why it's going to probably be different. Why there's a good chance it'll be worse. Roe was overturned, right? Over 20 million boomers, who were a large swath of his voting base, died between his last election and now, right? And like I said, Roe was overturned. Then COVID happened. There's over 600 anti-LGBTQ BTQIA plus laws across the nation. January 6th happened. Like, yeah, bro, a lot has happened. A lot has happened. So, I mean, if he thinks he's going to just be able to coast in with the messaging he has going right now, that is not like unifying in any sense, into winning this election using that same rhetoric that he won the 2016 election with.
Well, he's way ahead in the polls right now. You have
polls
to
don't mean shit, bro. They don't, because they're not polling Gen Z. They're not polling younger millennials. They're polling boomers and Gen Xers like me. That polling doesn't mean nothing.
Well, the Las Vegas odds makers are also.
I don't give a fuck about odds makers, bro. The odds makers also, you know what I'm saying, told me that Kansas City Chiefs were going to lose the Super Bowl, and they sure to fuck won.
Well, then why did they pull Biden if they don't pay attention to the odds?
Why did they pull? Hold on. Do you think that the DNC is tracking Las Vegas odd makers to make a decision on what they do with the future of this country?
They're tracking the polls.
That they don't care. That's not how they make these determinations, friend. It's not how they make these determinations. Huh? Because donors, large donors were withholding funds. That's why.
That's the first time it's ever happened in history. It happened because he was behind after that debate. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, he's old. Of course, he's slightly slower than he was 4 years ago. He's
well,
old as shit.
Then how did they know that he was losing without? Did they just
the donors were withholding funds?
Why?
Because they wanted somebody younger. They wanted somebody younger, somebody fresh. They wanted somebody else. And I agree with them. It's time.
So it has nothing to do with.
Yeah. And now the old man is this old fuck. And like, I don't know if you watched his speech, but bro is cognitively declined. What's up, Dentrell?
Hey, speaking of polls, did you know
Reuters, yeah, has Kamala up 4.
Yeah, Kamala's up.
Yeah, Reuters has Kamala up 4.
First I heard of that.
I can show it to you. You want to see it?
Sure.
All right, hold on a second.
Because I've been following this closely.
She raised
a record, a historical record.
Trump ahead.
And she raised $100 million in 24 hours.
Yeah, I know. Mostly from
Trump. Forbes says Trump loses 5 points in latest major survey. Kamala Harris breaks Joe Biden's records in new poll. Where's the Reuters at? Harris leads Trump 44-42 in U.S. presidential race. Yeah, I can show it to you. Hold on one second. turn this.
He leads Trump 41 and
44 to 42. 44 to 42, which is a 6-point swing, which is like literally the largest swing in a poll, probably, you know, that we've probably ever seen, to be honest with you. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. You don't need to see my wall. Sorry, I meant to mirror my video. There you go. See? And that was what? July 23rd. So yeah, and listen, women are on calls every single day. Women are on phone calls with tens of thousands of women, celebrity women, the whole nine, on phone calls every single day, literally raising money and organizing a campaign strategy for her. Like, bro, it's gonna be a
How else
gonna be a
could you
cold
raise money
November.
besides literally?
Huh? What's that?
How else could you raise money besides literally?
I'm talking about it like on these phone calls with tens of thousands of people. Like we've never, like that's not how this normally goes down. We don't see this type of thing. We've never seen this type of thing.
Why don't the Democrats just do something about the border and end all this? They could win. They could beat Trump.
They did. So what they did was, right? That's fine. Yeah, what they did was, right, is they went to the Republican Party and said, "Hey, listen, what is it that you want?" And then they worked across party lines, and the Republicans delivered them the most comprehensive border legislation that we've ever seen. And then Jimothy said, "Don't pass that. Don't pass that bill." Because Jimothy knew that was the only way that he would be able to get elected. And so they struck it down. And they tried it twice. Twice they brought the legislation to the House and Senate. Twice they did that. And not only did they bring it to the floor, but Republicans wrote it. So yeah, they did that already.
They just mention that when they were running for re-election.
They have mentioned it multiple times.
Why didn't they ever speak on it?
You didn't know that happened?
I never heard them say it. The only people that said anything about getting tough on the border was the Republicans. They were accused of being racist for it.
Nope. Twice they presented legislation.
So Trump's not accused of being a racist for being tough on the border?
Nope. He was accused of being racist for saying for having a Muslim ban. Hey guys, we didn't hit 300K. We're only at 289. I said 300K by 11 o'clock. I was gonna hop off. So like, unless y'all plan on super tapping,
everyone knows it's racist to want to close the borders, to be tough on them.
No, what's
Everyone knows
racist?
that.
Hey, so what's racist?
Racist was the Muslim ban.
Yeah, and what's racist is what he said in the actual debate. What he said, Mexico is emptying their prisons. And
sending over the people from the insane asylum and rapists and murderers, when that's not happening. We have no evidence to prove that whatsoever.
There's a lot of
Hey, y'all got until 11:15 to get the 350, or I'm really about to leave. I'm not even joking.
Hey, so where does the majority of fentanyl come from?
Southern border.
No, that's wrong.
No,
not at all.
Not at all. It comes from China.
Yeah, from China. On ships and airplanes.
How do you know that?
Because that's what our FBI and our drug enforcement agency tells us.
So none of it comes through the southern border?
Some of it does, and most of it that comes across our southern border is brought here by American citizens. By American citizens, like I don't know, like 6%.
6% comes through the southern border with all these cartels down there?
Mm-hmm. Hold on. Guess what? Where else is fentanyl used?
I think no, I'm lying. 86% comes over here on boats and planes. So what is the difference? 14%. So 14% would come across our southern border.
You pulled that number out.
No, I didn't. I'll show it to you right now.
Okay. And while he's doing that, Jack, answer this question: where else is fentanyl used in the United States?
How do I know? It's used to get high and die.
No. It's a hospital drug. They use it for pain. Fentanyl has been used
cancer patients
in the hospital for cancer patients for decades.
So you can't include that in on your China shipment if it's going to hospitals. I'm talking about the illegal.
No, we're talking about the illegal, friend.
Well, if you're talking about China sending it to the hospitals, you can't include that.
That's not what we're talking about. That's not what we're talking about.
How do you know all this stuff so fast?
Because our DEA tells us that.
You just know it.
Yeah, because we talk about these things every day.
We read every day. We read every day. Do you read every day?
No, I go to work every day and I work hard and I pay bills and I own a house. How about you?
We do the same thing.
But for you, I don't. I just sold 2 paintings, $10,000 a piece. I just sit home.
I was trying to relate, Dan Trail. I was trying to be relatable, Dan Trail.
I don't understand.
That I don't read.
I haven't punched the clock.
I didn't say anything. Hi, friend. I didn't say nothing about you. I don't know you.
I don't know what's
Fentanyl
so
is
funny.
primarily smuggled through legal ports of entry, not illegal routes. And this is what the Department of the Customs and Border Protection tells us. Fentanyl is primarily smuggled through legal ports of entry and not illegal entry routes. And I'm about to show you right now. And I think I said it was like 86%. I guess you'd have to look at the graph yourself to tell. See right here? So like it's over 80%, over 80%, over 80%. That's almost damn near 100%. Over 80%, over 80%. I mean, that's 90 something percent. So like I said, like 86% as of 2022 is the most like recent data that they've reported. But yeah, like the vast majority of it, fentanyl is primarily smuggled through legal ports of entry, not illegal entry routes. So yeah, I mean, people aren't traveling all the way across the desert seeking asylum just so they can bring drugs in here and get sent back home. Like, y'all need to stop believing what this fool tells you. Like, nothing he says is the truth. Literally. Like, bro, just be lying to y'all.
Well, I don't even know how we got on that topic anyway.
Because you said, why didn't they just do something about the border? I said there was nothing to be done about the border. That's why.
Well, there's 30 million undocumented workers here.
That's not true.
Huh?
No, that's not true. Like, literally, Biden has deported more people in his presidency than Trump ever did, substantially more.
Why doesn't he run on that then? He could put an end to all this.
Run on what?
Why doesn't he mention that when he's running for president?
Biden's not running for president anymore.
Why didn't he?
Biden's not running for president anymore.
Why didn't he
Hey, Dan
mention
Trail,
it
hold
when
it
he
down for
was
just a
running
second.
for president?
Hold
I know
on.
Biden
Let me.
was running for president
Who else is
anymore.
here? Oh, Toy's here.
Okay, so
I'll be right back. Give me 2 seconds.
Zach, why are you stuck on Biden and Biden's not running anymore? You see, that's the issue.
Because I haven't heard a thing Kamala said yet. They haven't debated. It just happened a week ago.
Okay,
She
so
hasn't spoken anything about the border.
What is Trump's records with prosecutors? Didn't he get convicted for 34 felonies, right? So he's lost.
What's that got to do with the border?
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm asking you a question. He's lost with prosecutors, right? What is Kamala?
I know she's a prosecutor. I was talking about the border.
Okay, so now you know she's gonna kick his ass in the debate because he always loses to prosecutors, right?
Well, he might lose to her. I'm not saying that. I'm saying what is anyone going to do about the southern border? I don't care who takes care of it. I'm wondering what is going to be done about it.
Well, my whole thing about it is I'm the wrong person to talk about it because I feel like they ain't doing nothing but coming home, and you are the immigrant.
Look, I don't care who takes care of the southern border. I just want to know what's going to be done about it.
Why? What is it that you're afraid of at the southern border, bro? What are you scared of? How's the border affecting you? Where do you live?
New Jersey.
Yeah, how the fuck is the southern border bothering you?
Because no one's stopping the entry of undocumented.
Who cares?
Because it's going to overwhelm the.
No, it's not.
How do you know?
Bro? Do you know that we are the same size as China?
How do you know it's not going to be a problem?
Do you know we're the same size as China?
Why do we have a border then?
Do you know fuck if I know. Do you know that we're the same size as China?
So what?
Okay. How many people live in China?
Like 1 billion. Who cares?
Yeah. How many people live here?
Half that.
Not even. Not even half.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just fine.
We are.
Like literally just fine. We have plenty of houses. We have plenty of houses. We have plenty of jobs. We have plenty of every resource necessary. And they influx immigrants quite literally are the #1 creator of new jobs in the United States. They literally lead the country in entrepreneurship. Lead the country in entrepreneurship.
How else could they lead it besides literally?
In entrepreneurship.
All right. Well,
so what are you afraid of? Do you know everybody in New Jersey and do you know everybody in New York and Pennsylvania?
This is a new concept to me.
Do you know everybody in New York and Pennsylvania?
Why would you ask me a question? Of course I don't know anybody.
Okay, is there rapists, unalivers, or drug dealers in either of those states?
Yeah.
Should you build a wall around New Jersey?
Look, I'm not saying. Look,
what happens if somebody comes from one of those states into your state and commits a crime? What happens?
I don't think people coming from the southern border are bad people.
Yeah, I'm asking you a question. What do you think if they come into your state and commit a crime? What do you think is going to happen to them?
You're talking about crime. I don't care about that. I'm talking about you have to.
They're a net positive on our society. Why did Reagan quite literally run his entire campaign on opening the border?
I don't know.
Yeah, because he understood that it would boost the economy.
Well, then why don't we just open it all the way wide? Then why should it a topic?
We should. We should absolutely let people come back and forth and work and come back and forth to live. We should absolutely open, you know what I'm saying, the border. And guess what else we should do? Immediately decriminalize all drugs. Because if we decriminalize all the drugs, then the cartels like literally lose all of their steam. It makes the cartels irrelevant immediately. Immediately. It literally takes all the steam out of the cartels immediately. Like,
well, I never thought about the concept of. I never talked to anybody that really didn't think that there has to be any border at all. I didn't know that's where we were with it right now. I never. You have.
I don't care about nothing about an arbitrary line drawn on a map. Can you see? Can you physically see the border between New Jersey and Pennsylvania?
Why do any countries have borders?
Fuck if I know. In Europe, like literally, if you live in the EU, you can drive from country to country to country.
Yeah, but they're defined by the country. Everyone has
citizenship. Like nobody said that you shouldn't have laws within those geographical boundaries. But there should be nothing stopping you from crossing into them, as long as the laws still apply.
Well, I respect what you're saying here. I don't know why people are getting so mad in the comments. I'm trying.
I don't know, bro. I don't read the comments, so I couldn't tell you.
I don't read the comments, man.
Like,
but
stay out the comments, friends. It's dangerous in there. It's dangerous in there. Like, doesn't each individual state in the United States have laws that are different from the other state next to them?
We've just for the past 5,000 years, there's been borders, and now you're saying that there doesn't have to be, and I don't know.
Yeah, it hasn't been 5,000 years, but it's mostly because colonizers, right, go to places and say, "This is mine. I want this," and then they want to hold on to all the resources within said geographical location. But the land doesn't belong to anybody. The globe, like people should be able to freely travel the globe. Just because you were arbitrarily born on a geographical location means that you should have to jump through hoops to see the rest of the world? That's crazy.
I'm trying to see what the consequences are for it.
If you break a law anywhere in the world, you are subject to the laws of wherever it was that you broke them.
What about citizenship?
Fucking cares about citizenship.
So do you agree that the undocumented workers here should have a pathway to citizenship?
I mean, if that's what's going to, you know what I'm saying, like make people feel more comfortable, some arbitrary piece of paperwork. Like here's this piece of paper. It makes you a whole human now.
So you're basically just, it's kind of like an anarchist way of thinking. Not that I disagree with it, but it is a little bit anarchist in a sense. It's a little bit lawless.
I'm not saying there shouldn't be laws. There should be basic laws. Hey, don't kill people. That's cool. That's not cool.
I don't know, man. Sounds kind of crazy.
Not to kill people?
No, opening up the borders and not
The
even
borders
worrying
are
about
open.
any of it.
The borders are open. Literally, we can drive from state to state to state to state to state, and we don't get stopped.
Yeah, but you can go. You can't go.
Can you drive into Mexico?
No.
Yes, you can.
You'll get stopped. You can't just drive into Mexico.
You can drive into Mexico. All you have to do is show them your ID and leave.
Well, yeah, you have to
Mexico.
show them ID. You can't just drive into Mexico.
But you can just drive into Mexico.
Huh?
They said you can just drive into Mexico.
Well, Mexicans can't just drive into the United States.
Ain't that crazy?
It is crazy, but
because this is like literally California is their land, Nevada's their land, Arizona's their land, Texas is their land. Like all of that's their land. I can literally just drive into Mexico, go hang out for the night, get wasted, get white boy wasted, and come on.
Well, our money's more valuable down there. Of course they want you there.
What's up, Mike?
How's it going, man?
Chilling, bro.
Can y'all hear me?
We can hear you.
Okay, perfect. I wasn't sure I got my headphones in.
Mike, tell them what you need. Hey, see, now y'all tapping the screen. I know we can get to 1 million now because, like, literally in less than 15 minutes, y'all did 121K. So I know y'all can do it. I know you got it in you. Mike, tell them what you need.
So I don't know where to start.
Hey, guys, Mike needs help. He a single dad like me, and he needs some help so he can pay some bills so shit don't get hairy in his situation. Mike, what's your Cash App?
It's in my bio. Let me go look at it. I think it's in my bio. You guys can just go look at in my profile.
You sent me a request on Discord, Lola? I didn't know that. I don't be in Discord that often. You got to send it to me. You got to send it to like No Rads directly.
But
how much do you need, Mike?
Right now, I'm 3 months behind because of the fact of me not being able to get babysitters. Due to the fact of the state that I live in, I'm not originally from. A little bit about my past. I grew up in the foster care system from the age of 1 to the age of 18 whenever I signed myself out. I moved around a lot, and then I came to West Virginia, met my baby mother.
Can one of y'all put his Cash App in the poll up there, please?
Yeah, I can put it in the comments for you guys. But yeah, so I met my child's mother.
Oh, people are putting it in the comments too. Sedelis put it in there, and then I guess you put it in there. Mobet put it in there.
Appreciate you guys very much.
So how much do you need? Like you don't, bro. You don't have to tell everybody your whole story. Like you've been around since day one. If you need help, we're gonna try to help you out. But how much do you need?
I appreciate it. Right now, like I said, I'm 3 months behind, so I'm 1,800 right now. But I mean, if I could try.
Bro,
to
1,800 ain't nothing. Hey, y'all, listen. I'm about to send him $100 right now. I know somebody can match my 100. I know somebody can match my 100. So I'm about to send them $100 right now. DA Cooks 92.
Yeah. Another thing, I
Got
don't
you.
know
I'm
if you're
sending you 100
interested
right
in it.
now. Join
I
March
appreciate
20.
it.
You joined March of this year. That's you.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. All right. I know somebody. I know a few of y'all can match my 100. I just sent them 100 just now. Where's confirmation? Just send them the 100 just now. I know somebody can match my 100.
I've been following you on the other account, I think, for a good while though too.
Yeah.
Um,
Cash App is in the poll up here, y'all. Cash App is in the poll up here. We can hit 1,800. That shouldn't even be a problem. That should be nothing for us. We can do that. Act like we're sending it to Kamala.
I'm just trying to get through until my son starts kindergarten next month, at the end of next month, and then I can go back to work.
Hey, make you an Amazon wish list for stuff that your kid needs for school, and then send me the link to the Amazon wish list so I can put it in the link tree.
Oh, okay, sounds good, man. I appreciate.
You got Venmo or anything?
I don't. Right.
All right.
Now,
if y'all only have Venmo, send me the Venmo. I'll send it over to them, and then I'll put it on the screen so y'all can see it. Also, let's get to that 500K real quick. But Mike, you can hang out. We gonna do the best we can to get you there tonight. All right.
All right, man. I appreciate y'all.
Yeah, I'll hang out for a little bit. Like I said, I just sent 100. I know somebody can match my 100. Let's go.
All right, I appreciate it.
Right. Plaz, what's going on, friend? How are you? Have you had some water and said something kind about yourself? Well, I sent him an invite to unmute.
I don't know how to mute my mic. If you can mute my mic.
I got you, bro. I got you. Plaz, you still there, bro?
Me?
I'm talking to Plaz, Force MD. Okay, thank you, Stephanie. I got you. I'll send it over once I get a few, because last time I tried to do that shit, they locked me out. So what you plan on doing, Jack?
Well, I mean, I'm
Carol,
thinking
thank
about,
you.
You know, you got the theory about, like, you know, to open the borders, let love win, all that shit.
Let love win.
I get it, dude. I know what you're. I'm not against all that hippie kind of talk. I get
It's
it.
not hippie talk, bro. What's the worst that's gonna happen?
Once myself too.
No, I'm asking you. What's the worst that's gonna happen?
Because how come it hasn't happened in the past?
I don't have Zelle, Angel.
Why is everyone trying to get here? If borders don't mean nothing, why is everybody trying to come here from a different country?
Well, because the United States destabilizes most of the global South.
Then why don't they do the same thing and destabilize the people around them and become strong?
Why the fuck would you hurt other people? For what?
Are we just bad people then?
Capitalism is a motherfucker, bro.
How come other people aren't bad if they're struggling? And
they are. Like, quite literally, the European countries across the pond do the same shit.
Then how come brown countries aren't bad?
Because most of these indigenous peoples of these lands don't believe in subjugating other people or stealing other people's resources or starting arbitrary wars for no reason. So they actually care for other human life.
So the only way for a country to succeed is to be bad towards the people around them.
No, they don't have to. We don't have to. Like, literally, this country is full of resources, an abundance of resources. And whatever resources we don't have, we could easily just trade them with other countries that do have, so that we have those resources. But instead, we go into those regions, we occupy them, we say they need democracy, and then we steal their resources.
Well, if we become like the good countries that are trying to come here, the good people, isn't the other people around us going to come in and take our shit?
I feel like I'm in the upside down sometimes.
Like, you can't be nice.
So we should just we should literally just be a war country for fucking ever, because we have been since our inception.
It's either that, or we just collapse into a.
So unless we are an evil war country, then we're just gonna fall apart. That's what you believe.
Well, how else did we become it this way?
Oh, keep him away from schools, Jones.
I'm asking a serious question. It's a philosophical. I'm wondering, why are we the way we are? Why would
Greed,
people try to come?
capitalism.
I'll put it to you in this context. If we're so bad, why is everyone trying to get here?
Because we destabilize their countries and they don't have the resources. We have them because we stole their resources. So they have to come here. They have no choice.
Okay, I agree with you. Okay, I agree with you on this one. Okay. Now, if we stop doing that, then it's just going to.
If we stop doing that,
it's going to get taken over.
No, we won't. If we stop doing that and help them build up the resources in their country and stop taking from them, then we can barter, we could trade back and forth with them, and we can all just live happily, literally. But we don't want to do that because capitalism. We're like, nah, fuck that. I don't want to trade with them. I want that. I don't want to say, hey, here's 2 sticks of gum. Can I get that baseball card? I'm going to come and fucking take your baseball card and keep my 2 sticks of gum.
But it's always been that way.
No, it hasn't. Indigenous cultures are not like that.
I know that indigenous ones aren't. I get that. I realize that when Columbus came here, they were just doing their thing. But it's unfortunate that half the world doesn't think that way. So you're either going to have to build up a military.
We have a military.
Now we do, but so you're saying it was good. Now that we did what we did, may as well come here and live off the fruits of our evil.
So hold on. So we should be able to go and steal all their resources and then just leave them there to wither and die, is what you're saying.
Well, live off the fruits of our evil is like cringe.
Like, hey, we're going to steal all of your stuff and don't try to come and share none of it with us. Just die. Okay, German mom, I got you. Thank you.
So why have a military if we're not going to use it to...
We can use our military to protect ourselves. We don't have to use our military to go and fuck other people up to steal shit from them. That's crazy.
But that's how we got all this in the first place.
And so what you're saying is we should keep doing it.
Well, I'm saying that...
What are you saying?
So if I
like, bro, do you have any morals or ethics, friend?
No, I don't think he has any.
Why? I'm having a philosophical conversation. You're saying peace, love, and harmony, but I'm saying the world doesn't think that way.
Hey, can somebody put the poll back up? Can somebody put the poll back up? I'm trying to send money and I don't remember and I don't see what. Oh, hold on, never mind. I'm lying. Don't worry about it.
I'm saying it's easy to be the good guy.
Yeah, it is. Especially when you have the world's largest military. It should be much easier to be the good guy.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying you don't have some good points, but I just there's a lot of conflict in it too, because like all this everything just didn't magically come into just a lot of bad had to happen to make America what it is right now. I agree with that.
Yeah. So I don't understand why. So hold on. Should we enslave more people too?
I'm not talking about it, slavery. That's.
Well, I mean, literally, it's one of the ways that we got this way was slavery. Should we enslave more people too?
No, I'm not talking about enslaving people.
I got you, Joanna. I just sent it to him.
It's just if everything was that easy, so basically what you're
It is that easy. We quite literally make it hard.
so
it
you're
lit,
saying that
it is that easy. We make it hard. We go out of our way to make things hard so that rich people stay rich and everybody else stays poor. Because in order for the rich people to stay rich, it requires there to be a bottom. It requires there to be a working class. It is required that there's people that are being subjugated and having their labor exploited. It's a fucking, yes, exactly. Capitalism is a giant pyramid scheme.
what made the Europeans do the things they did?
Greed. I can really break it down, you know what I'm saying, scientifically if you'd like me to.
Well, how come like the brown nations aren't?
I can tell you. Do you really want to know?
Why aren't the? How come greed doesn't seep into the?
Let me
brown
tell you
nations?
why. I'm about to tell you why right now.
Okay, I'll listen to you.
It's called epigenetics, right? So there's groups of people that came from lands of abundance, meaning they had tons of vegetation, tons of water, tons of animals that were easy to hunt. And so like they had access to lots of trees and lots of shelter and warmth and things of that nature. So lands of abundance, right? And so because there was so much abundance and also culture, right? Their culture said, hey, listen, this land and all of this stuff doesn't belong to any one person. It belongs to all of us. And so if, nobody eats unless everybody eats, right? Because they came from lands of abundance. And that I'm talking about mostly the Turtle Island, which was now the Americas, and the continent of Africa, and the indigenous peoples, the Aboriginal people to Australia. They had an abundant access to resources. And then you have another group of people that come from lands that aren't so abundant, that aren't easily farmable, that don't have a lot of animals to hunt, that is cold, for large portions of the year. And when those people came out of that region and into these lands where they saw all of these, these bodies of water and these spices and these foods and all of these things that they didn't have access to, they said, I want that. And I need to continue to get that by any means necessary. They used to have to compete with their own family, with their own people for shelter, for food, for water, for warmth, for all of these things. They had to compete with each other. The other people didn't have to compete because all of those things were easily available, readily available. And so, through epigenetics, people were programmed that, hey, I gotta hoard as much stuff as I can because I might not have it later. And the other people, I don't gotta hoard shit because it's abundant. Make sense?
Yeah, but Europe wasn't that barren.
Shit, most of the UK is stone.
No, it's very green and lush in the UK. I mean, I agree with some of what you're saying, but it's not solely based on
So you're telling
necessity.
me that the UK is similar to the continent of Africa?
No, I just said that it's
Where are my
lush
UK
and
people
green.
at, y'all? Where are my UK people at?
Also, I wanted to add, he
It's
keeps
very
what would we do
farmable.
without a border, without a border? People forget we've only had a border for a little over 100 years.
Right. Well, that's
don't
in the
keep
US.
saying that. I
In the
talked about
US.
that like a half hour ago. I evolved. You can get caught in the past there if you want.
Well, no, we haven't had a border for that long. Like, we used to let anybody in, literally anybody. All you had to do was come through Ellis Island, write your name on a piece of paper. They would check you for lice and visible signs of communicable diseases, give you a couple inoculations, and send you on your way.
And the Mexico border actually
Where are my
only
UK people
started
at? I know there's some UK people around here somewhere.
actually only became a border.
Raise your hand if
and
you're
they
a
would
UK
start,
person.
And they started the border patrol because of prohibition. That's the only reason that whole thing even started at the border.
Thank you, Kimmy. Hey, listen, Mike's at 380. I sent 240 over between the 100 I got and the 140 people sent me. So I know we can do a little bit better than that. Oh, Kimmy, you didn't mean to come up? I think Dan Trail already explained to him how we stole. Oh, no, you didn't tell him how we stole the land from Mexico, did you, Dan Trail?
Hey.
What's up?
I hadn't told him. So I'm going to. Do you need me to tell you how we stole the land from Mexico?
Go ahead, yeah.
Okay, so in the late 1830s, Texas was Tejas, a Mexican territory. Okay, Jack, are you following me?
Yeah, you're talking about how Europeans stole land from Mexico.
Oh, okay, so what did I
America.
just say?
Talking about America. Talking about the United States.
So what did I say about what did I say about Texas? So you're not listening? If you're not going to listen,
I already know that Texas was purchased from Mexico.
Nope, wasn't purchased.
Okay, no, it wasn't. That's the reason why I'm about to teach you. Okay. Now, Texas was.
You can tell me stuff. You don't got to sit there and say you're going to teach me.
Well, if you don't know it, we are teaching you because you believe that it was purchased.
Yeah, because you thought it was purchased. I'm going to teach you because I do teach. That's the only reason why I'm saying teaching you, because I do teach. I'm qualified to teach college students. So I'm about to teach you. Okay, so here, this is what's going to happen. When Santa Anna, who was the president of Mexico, sent land grant offers to American colonists to come to the Tejas territory, he said, we will give you a land, but do not expand slavery into Mexico because we don't believe in it anymore. Okay? Do not expand slavery or enslave black people in Tejas. Well, here in comes Sam Houston, James Travis, James Bowie, and everybody else like that. Stephen F. Austin, they look around and they see the land. They say, oh shit, there's cotton here. There's tobacco here. No, we gotta bring slaves here. So they begin to enslave black people and bring them into Texas. And Santa Anna said, oh, nope. So they started enforcing these laws. And Texas said, no, we're going to rebel because we want to enslave black people and bring them to Texas. So the Texas Revolution began. And every time a Mexican field general, or Santa Anna himself, defeated a Texas regiment, they would tell the slaves to come out and they would free them, and they would be free black people. They lost that revolution, and they lost Texas fighting for the freedoms of black people. So in my opinion, they lost their entire territory of Texas, one of the largest territories in the United States, trying to defend the rights of my people. Therefore, my ancestors called for me to welcome them back home because they lost the home defending them. Understood, Jack?
Yeah, I understood what you said.
Okay, so basically, can you give me a gist of what I just said?
The Europeans screwed the Mexicans out of land.
And the Mexicans, why did they lose the land?
Because they were against slavery and they didn't want to put any parts of it.
Okay. So now do you see why I have no problem welcoming Mexicans back into their territory here in Texas? because I'm in Texas.
I realize a lot of people are for it.
Okay, understood. Understood.
I'm not wondering why people are for people coming across the southern border. I get it. But there's no checks or balances, and I guess that's nothing that we can discuss anymore. It's a whole new world, I guess. There's other things that's taking place. And that's just that, I guess.
Yo, there was a 700 vote.org reported that there was a 700% increase in voter registration in the last 48 hours.
Whoa.
700% increase in voter registration.
It's over.
Well, I gotta go to bed, man. I don't think you're a bad guy. Thanks for talking to me. I gotta go, man.
I call it the Obama because Kamala reminds people of Obama. She really does.
Speaking of fundraising, I was on the White Women's Call tonight for Kamala, and Sunday there is a women's call for all women for Kamala. It's been a week-long fundraiser. Everybody join in.
Hey guys, go to the poll right here and let's help Mike out so him and his young child don't get evicted from their home. Let's do what we do. Let's do what we do.
There might be a print involved for the one who does the most. And I do have I have the figurative prints and I have abstract. So if you're into abstract art, what I think I'm gonna do that. I'm feeling frisky today. Highest donation gets a free print from me.
Show them the print. Show us print.
Okay, let me see what
we got.
What we got. Let's pull something out. Hold on.
What we got?
Hold on, let me pull something out. Let's do a canvas print. Let's see what we got here. Let's do a canvas print. Oh, this puppy don't want to let go. It's like, no. Okay, so this is what we're going to do, people. I think I got it out now. It's a limited edition canvas print of one of my abstract paintings. Look at that.
I like that. Print. What do they call that kind of framing?
It's a canvas print. It's a canvas print. It makes it look like it makes
like
it look
3D?
Like So the highest donation gets this. Yeah, the last time I did this, Autistic Annie got a I don't know if it was a plate. No, it was a small version of I think it is a canvas print or original, and she got it appraised, and it was appraised at $8,500.
That's wild.
Mm-hmm. Oh, by the way, this is what I'm working on right now. I'm doing originals.
That's dope.
I'm doing abstracts just to say I can do it. I just wanted to switch up. I was tired of figurative for a little bit, so I switched up. I can play with colors. I like playing with colors. So I'm working on the abstract.
So look, whoever sends over the largest donation to our boy Mike, and if you click this the poll up in the top, if you click that poll up in the top, his Cash App is in there. If you don't have Cash App, you can send it to my Venmo or PayPal, and I'll send it over to him. Whoever sends the largest donation to Mike, we'll let Dan Trail know, and you'll go ahead and get that painting.
Yeah, you'll get that. Okay. So there you go. That should give you some. That should give you some. And who's the largest?
If that doesn't give them some incentive, nothing will. And I just want to fangirl for a second. Dan Trell, I love your art.
Thank you very much.
Love. I'm so jealous. One day I will be able to afford a print.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
I think that the largest donation so far is Inspired Designs, because I'm taking myself out of the mix, because I sent over $100, but Inspired Design also sent over $100. So I'll take myself out of the mix. It'd be Inspired Designs who sent it over.
Mm-hmm.
That's German.mom.
Okay. So now y'all know you get a limited edition canvas print if you for the largest donation. And now I'm over here enjoying myself. It's nothing like drinking beer
and painting.
Oh man, nothing like it, man.
I can't do neither one of them things well. Israel.
Get to the bottom, Mr. Jones.
That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do.
Yeah.
I hear you. What's going on? How are you? I don't have Zelle, unfortunately.
I'm good. I wanted to pop in and tell you about the latest craziness in Oklahoma.
What's going on now?
We had a representative call for a study.
Oh, on the Bible in the schools?
No.
Oh.
On corporal punishment.
What?
And the study is going to be an involvement of 2 superintendents, 2 child psychologists, 1 opposing voice, a homeschooling dad, and a study of the scriptures.
The fuck?
I know the fuck, yeah. It's like they've decided, it's like, okay, we have already decided in Oklahoma it is a Christo-fascist state. So, yeah. We are studying legislative issues with a Bible study.
So hold on. I'm so confused right now, though. Like, corporal punishment has been studied for decades. Like, I mean, there's literally tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of research, and they've never come to the conclusion that spanking is good.
Right.
So what is the purpose of this?
To keep trying to argue.
Hold on. Are they trying to implement corporal punishment in the school?
Yeah.
Oh, get the fuck out of here. Ain't no way. I wish a teacher would put their hands on my kid. I wish a motherfucker would.
They're trying to in Missouri as well.
I wish you would.
Yeah. They are trying to justify.
If I don't send you straight to Jesus. I am setting up the appointment and making sure you get there on time.
Yeah, Oklahoma has actually made corporal punishment acceptable in the schools 2 or 3 times since there have been bans.
Thank you, 500K. I wish you would put your hands on my kid.
They do it in Missouri too. And
you better not even grab my child's arm. You better not even grab my child's arm too tight. Ain't no way.
Touch my kid, I touch you.
Listen, I'm gonna more than touch you. I'm gonna touch your soul.
You gonna bring them directly to Jesus?
I'm literally drop them off. Like I said, I'm gonna make sure they get there on time. I'm gonna make sure they do not miss their appointment. We gonna make it. We gonna make it. I promise you. Like, that's crazy town.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way. Yeah, I'm saying, listen. Yeah, exactly. Look, I'm the captain now. Yeah, no, I'm literally gonna send you straight to Jesus. Israel 432, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on? What's going on?
What's up, fam? Would you want to add to the conversation?
Long time listener, first time caller.
All right, appreciate it.
I've been watching your lives for a little bit. I will say that you have a lot of patience.
Took a long time to get here.
Because I'm an independent, registered independent. I have Democratic friends. I have MAGA friends.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand. I understand what they're referring to when they say when Trump was in office, they had more money. I'm not sure if they understand the pandemic was the reason why they had money in their pockets, because the government was literally sending checks out. So I'm not sure if that's the disconnect. I'm pretty much watching, MAGA Nation pretty much go up in the uproar. They're literally now trying to say that they're trying to take Kamala Harris's money, campaign money away, saying it's not fair.
Bro, none of that's just gonna happen.
Yeah, of course, no.
The judges have even been telling them that filing these motions are pointless. Like it's not gonna go anywhere because they're not. Nobody's legally the candidate until after the DNC. So I mean, this is just theatrics.
But to me, this shows me that their level of worry is actually legit.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, they're actually worried about Harris because
Vote.org says that there's been a 700% increase in the last 48 hours for new voters, and 83% of those registrations are people ages 18 to 34.
Yeah, and on Trump's side, honestly, if he would have, there's no way of seeing this, but kind of you could have saw this coming, that Biden might have was going to step down. I honestly don't think he would have picked J.D. Vance as because he's kind of like in a logjam right now, because of the fact that now he's stuck with his base and can't expand beyond that. And he kind of he essentially gave the field to Harris.
Yeah, they're saying he's having buyer's remorse because he thought he was against Biden. So normally you pick your VP to draw in, the independent voters. And instead, he thought he already had his base in voters, so they said he just went crazy and took J.D. Vance. And now that Kamala's running, he screwed himself.
And to go along with what you were saying about the new voters, tonight during the first Zoom thing for Vice President Harris, 155,000 white women joined that Zoom call, largest Zoom call on record. And then I just finished the one in the LGBTQ.
I feel you so.
It was 2.5 hours. They raised $300,000.
Y'all raised $2 million on the call?
We crashed the Zoom. Everybody kept getting kicked.
This level of excitement, I haven't seen it since Obama. So at first when I saw it, I'm thinking it's more of a hype. But the more and more you look at it, the more and more you see, just like the way she came out today when she met with Netanyahu, she looks like a president. Like when she came out in a dress after the meeting, she looks like a president.
They're in trouble. They're in big trouble. Because, like I said, all of that xenophobia and all of that hateful rhetoric is not going to be enough to sway enough voters. It's just not. It's just not. And there's like literally, when I'm telling you, when there's a 700% increase in voter registration and 83% of those people are 18 to 34, and they've done it just in the last 48 hours, that's a problem.
They're not voting Republican.
That's a problem.
That's a serious problem.
Well, and Kamala speaks to more people because she's more progressive than Biden. A lot of people don't actually know her stances and her history. She is very progressive. She's against the death penalty. She is for climate change. She's for supporting
legalizing
mothers.
marijuana.
Legalizing marijuana on every stage of the game. Level. She is pro-abortion all the way around. Wants it codified. She said, "Give me a blue house and Senate, and I'll codify Roe."
Oh yeah, she's super pro universal health care.
I think she's waking Gen Z up because they were checked out.
Yeah.
So she has called for a ceasefire multiple times, even when Joe wouldn't do it in Palestine. However, comma, no pun intended, she did release a statement earlier today that I intended to address, saying that she does not support Hamas or their terrorist acts, and so that's probably going to shake things up a little bit. But you have to understand. But guys, I need you to understand that you have to realize that this is a woman of color running for the highest office in the land, and she's going to have to walk a tightrope to get into the office.
She has also said, and nobody's bringing this up, she has also said on multiple occasions that she supports a ceasefire. And when they were making a big thing about her meeting Netanyahu, they said the reason they didn't want her to meet with Netanyahu is because she said she was going to bring up a ceasefire to him. So she's just
in order to get those moderates and those Mitt Romney's era Republicans
and the Christians,
and she's gonna have to walk a tightrope. Go ahead, I'm listening.
I just wanted to say, I'm a younger, I guess kind of younger millennial. I'm transgender. I'm from Virginia, Jones, originally from Virginia.
Oh, okay.
I live in Massachusetts now, and I voted, my first vote ever was for Obama. And I feel finally rejuvenated, excited to vote again. Seeing somebody like Kamala, it's just a breath of fresh air. I think she's gonna do a lot for our community. I grew up in a small farm town where, when I was younger, I knew it was the military and Christianity. So I grew up knowing I had to fight for myself, no matter what. No one was gonna fight for me. I started I started in a GSA when I was 15 years old. I've been fighting for LGBTQ issues since then. I'm 34 years old. I have a sister in Virginia who absolutely does not want children, but she cannot have her ovaries removed. I think that's really fucked up. So yeah, Kamala's the only choice. I'm sorry I'm cussing. I'm sorry. I'm just
quick. No, real quick. However, her name is like a comma. Kamala.
I know. I'm sorry.
No worries. No worries. And also, no worries. And also, you said your sister couldn't get her ovaries removed.
Yeah, they told her that she could.
Okay, well, I need you to Google. We actually have a list put together. I want to get it in the bio of my main account of doctors in every state since Roe v. Wade was overturned that will do ablations, tube tying, ovary removals, etc., without asking questions, without you needing to have had kids. It's your choice. So we've got, and you can just Google it. Like I said, eventually I'll get it in my profile. But that is an option for whatever state you're in. You'll be able to find